Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. Relatively unbeknownst to me, Naxos actually embarked on an extensive Eugene Zador series. But since nothing ever gets promoted or sold, who knew? I mean, it's crazy. And here is the first disc in it that I heard. I'm going to be doing some more of them because he's a fun composer. He lived from 1894 to 1977. He was a FOB, friend of Bartók, and he left for America in 1939. He was Miklos Rosa's exclusive orchestrator in Hollywood. So, yeah, I mean, he was busy and hung out with the Hungarian expat community and wrote quite a bit of orchestral music and some operas and all kinds of other things. And so here we have a disc that contains his Festival Overture from 1963, the Variations on a Hungarian Folk Song from 1919, an early work, and his Dance Symphony from 1936, his Symphony No. 3, featuring the Budapest Symphony Orchestra, MAV, and conducted by Mariusz Smolij. So, how are these? What is it like? What does it sound like? Well, a great master so far, Zador is not. I loved his Divertimento for strings, charming, delightful piece that was in my list of great Hungarian music I can't live without. The Festival Overture from 1963 is rather clunky. It sort of begins with a slow, fanfare-ish celebratory thing, and you're waiting for the allegro, like for the fast part. It doesn't really have a fast part. I mean, it's solemn and festive, but it never really gets moving. I was surprised by it. I mean, I guess I need to hear it more. I listened to it a couple times, but it didn't really give me any desire to be festive. So, I mean, well, it's festival. We don't know what the festival was. It could have been, the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Festival, which could be rather glum. So who knows? Anyway, it was not terribly festive. The Variations on a Hungarian Folk Song, on the other hand, are delightful. A wonderful piece of romantic, nationalist, fun stuff. Like Rosa's own, The Vintner's Daughter, his variations and things like that. The Peacock Variations. If you like Hungarian variations, you're gonna like this. Let's put it that way. The tune is charming. The variations are imaginative. The scoring is delightful. It's very nicely played. It's beautiful. So that alone is worth the price of the disc. Now, what do we say about Symphony No. 3 of 1936, the Dance Symphony? Well, it's very attractive. It's attractive and it's interesting because it's not as simplistic as you might think something by that title would be. It's not tremendously dance-like in the sense that, they're not dance forms that you automatically associate with this kind of music. It's a substantial four-movement work lasting half an hour. An allegro moderato, an andante, another allegro scherzo, and then a rondo finale. I enjoyed it. He's heading towards the style of the Festival Overture here. That is, there's a certain, I don't know how else to describe it, but a uniformity of tempo, of texture, I'm not quite sure, that makes me want him to get on with it. And maybe he was better writing in smaller forms. I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to listen to the other discs in this series and see how they all shake out. But it's very attractive. I mean, it's got good thematic ideas. He's Miklos Rosa's orchestrator. His scoring is very effective, and it's worth hearing. It's worth hearing a couple of times. So this is kind of a mixed bag, I think, overall. But the least interesting thing is also the shortest. It's the 10-minute overture. The other pieces are definitely worth hearing. And the Variations on a Hungarian Folk Song, well, that's definitely a find. The performance under Mariusz Smolij with the Budapest Orchestra is very good. And the sonics are excellent. So I have to say, on the whole, I think this was an admirably done production, and I'm looking forward to hearing much more of Zador now that I know that it exists. It's unbelievable. If it hadn't been for you, I never would have known One of you mentioned there's like 8 discs of Zador on Naxos. I went, really? I mean, it's incredible. I mean, and I'm sort of plugged into this stuff, but the industry somehow manages to do whole series of interesting things without telling anyone. And I find that astonishing. So anyway, keep on listening, friends. You may want to give this a shot. You may want to be listening to this. Take care.